Having problems finding a mining job? You're not alone. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video I want to talk about how mining work is being portrayed in the media and why people are looking in the wrong place. So one of the big things that the media tells everybody to do is to go to iron ore and coal. The only problem with that is the coal price is down $300 on what it was this time last year, and in iron ore they're all going driverless with the driverless trucks, and in a lot of coal mines they're going driverless as well. That's why I recommend that everybody has a look at the sponsor's website, their bit on autonomous trucks in mining. You can have a read and get acquainted with what's going on there. But if you think you're going to get a long-term career on the surface driving a big truck, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. The majority of the new mining jobs are in hard rock underground and surface exploration mines, and typically those mines are gold mines and base metal mines, that the base metal mines that are producing metals that are going into these batteries. So this is our map that's loaded up with all the gold mines and base metal mines around the country, so you can see there's quite a few of them around the place. And why I'm saying this and why I'm telling you this is because we're about to have a look at a graph. This is a graph of the gold price in Aussie dollars. So if we zoom in a little bit, you can see this is the 6 month chart that I've got off Kitco, and it goes through the Aussie gold price in the last 6 months. And as you can see, for a good period between March and the end of June, the gold price was above $3,000 an ounce Australian, and currently it's $2,932 an ounce. Yet at what point have you heard in the news about new record high gold prices in Australian dollars? You just haven't. People just don't talk about it, unfortunately, and that's why people end up looking in the wrong areas. If you've been chasing down a job in coal or iron ore, you've probably been, I don't want to say wasting your time, but you've probably had a lot more competition than you would have had if you'd gone for one of the hard rock underground or exploration jobs on a base metal or a gold mine around the country. Because the reality is that, not many people know about it. That's why they're screaming for people in this line of work. And you only have to type underground into Seek to see all the jobs come up. And there's lots and all over the country. We actually do a mining jobs to apply for page, which is this page here, and we load up all the jobs from around the country that we think you should be applying for once you've completed the training. Why do we get you to do the training? Well, the other thing that nobody tells you is that the skills that the employer wants, so when you go onto one of these job ads and they're asking for experience, the experience that they actually want is people that know how their mine works. That's an actual skill that the employer needs. Every employer has to have their employee know how the mine works from top to bottom, because that employee needs to be left alone to get on with the job safely. And that's what people struggle with. A lot of new starters get into the industry blind and they think learning how to drive the truck's going to be the hard bit. That's the easy bit. I just want to bring it over to another comment that one of the users has sent through about picking up a truck driving job, and he's about to go and do 3 weeks in a simulator, but he's just been put through with all the inductions and all that sort of stuff. And I just want to read this bit down here, because this is pretty typical about what happens to people when they go in green. I've been on the computer all week doing course after course after course, and I don't remember half of it. Being pumped with that much shit to remember in such a short period of time, it's impossible. So I talked about that topic on the video that we're doing. It's impossible to take on this much information in a week, and I agree, you need time to go through it, but that's what you're jumping yourself into. And then top of a 3-week course, learn more, so into a simulator, and then again worrying about if you get a knucklehead mentor when you start. And yes, that's a reality, unfortunately. Especially with the underground trucks, The dicky seats at the back that they have in them, you're not sitting side by side like you're sitting on the surface where it's comfortable. The trainer's actually wedged in behind you, and the seat that they're sitting on is a rigid seat, so they feel every bump. So they don't want to be there to start with. Training people in the hard rock underground trucks is not a pleasant experience, so you've got to understand that as well. So if you get somebody that doesn't really want to be there and you're not switched on, it's easy to get chewed up and spat out the other end. So if you're looking for a mining job, first thing, have a good look through the page here. There's lots of videos on how it all works and tickets and information on what you have to do as nippers and truck drivers and all that sort of stuff. But make sure you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. The training's the best way to do that because it guarantees that you understand how the mine works from top to bottom before you go for your interviews. So that's the best way to go about it. But yeah, education's the key. If you know how it all works before you go, you give yourself a really good chance of getting in. And part of the education is realizing where the actual jobs are. At the moment, if you're watching this video, you've got a huge advantage over everybody else because every other bugger in Australia that wants a mining job is trying to get a coal mining job or an iron ore job. Hardly anybody's trying to get into the hard rock underground gold mines or base metal mines around the country. That's why there's so many job ads up. So you've got the opportunity to take advantage of it now. I'm sure the media will cotton on to where these jobs are shortly, but right now, you know, they're still sending them towards iron ore and coal, where that's not where the work is. The work's in gold and base metals for these batteries. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you could share this information around and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.